Okay. Magandang umaga po. Handa na pong tumugon ng Pangulo. Una pong magtatanong si Teresa Andrada ng JV7.
Good morning, sir. Sir, medyo madami-dami po yung nilatag ng mga members ng labor organizations and seemingly parang you turned down everything that they mentioned. Did you find it unreasonable or unattainable?
Anong briefer? No, we were just saying that, ang hirap kasi to put in the speech. I understand may mga dialogue nang ginawa beforehand to completely thresh out what we meant. No? For instance, ganito kahaba kasi tere. Teka. Okay. Yung kunyari, security of tenure bill, we want to tweak certain portions of the measure to make it that to attain the intent of the measure without unduly affecting the competitiveness then the availability of jobs. Okay? So parang baka magkaroon ng hesitation yung companies that will hire because of certain provisions and therefore deprive our workers of an opportunity to gain employment. So it has to be tweaked. Yung may request for instance do sa veto the NEA reform bill. Okay. Ngayon yung inaalala step in, I think the major issue is yung mga workers at yung process pag nag-step in ng NEA. Unfortunately, may mga several cooperatives, 3 come into mind, na yung electric cooperatives, no, na billion-billion ang utang. Okay. Ngayon, yung billion-billion na yun, parang ina-advance ng PISAM. So, ang dulo nito, magbabayad ang buong taong bayan. At napaka-mismanage ito. So, itong reform bill, hindi ko pwede i-veto dahil may pagkakataon na nga ang DOE na pumasok para matigil yung maling pamamalakad na nagre-resulta ng billion-bilyong utang. Hindi ko nababanggitin siguro kung anong specific na cooperative, no? But it's not that big. It distributes electricity in a city in Central Luzon, and the losses so far are something like 3 to 4 billion pesos by itself. Okay. Now, yung step in ang tinatagyan. So, ang issue, yung wag mawala ng trabaho yung mga manggagawa. Pero siyempre, may question tayo doon sa management na at kung sino pa mga nakikontsaba para talagang umabot nga ng ganung mga utang. So, yun, I cannot agree to veto the bill because we really need that. Yung several billions happens with 2 others in my mind, and there are others pa. But there are 3 in my mind right now that have that. Ano pa po? So, other issues, extrajudicial killing. They themselves have said, ang laki ng binaba. What I wanted to add in the speech was, makiusap kami sa kanila na merong mga kaso, there's something like 29 cases, no? Yung iba ho nagkaroon ng failure of interest to prosecute. So, baka pwede na kaming tulungan na makakumbinse na ito mga testigo at saka yung mga naagrabyado ay tumulong sa pagsusulong ng kaso yun. Pero, meron na there are 20 plus cases already undergoing either trial or with the National Prosecutorial Service, no? There are those na natapos na po yung parang naging moot and academic yung kaso dahil namatay na po yung mga suspect and so on and so forth. So I have not actually refused. It's just a question of para agreeing on all of the fine details. Tax. Yung sa taxes naman, yung sa VAT, etc. No? Para what we're proposing is it will become an administrative nightmare to administer the proposed exemptions. Pero pwede natin mo kahit sa Kongreso na i-earmark, for instance, no, may expected tayo windfall from the NAIA Expressway project. Perhaps they can go into SSS and be the seed capital for yung educational loans. So, parang ilalagay na natin na mas of direct benefit to the workers. Padali, yung wag na natin pahirapan yung tinatawag na tax administration, yung pagkolekta ng buwis, pero pasiguraduhin natin umabot yung benepisyo dun sa mga mas pinakanangangailangan.
Sir, yung mga non-wage benefits, may nabanggit po ang palasyo tungkol doon. Yun din po yata yung isa sa mga iniintay since parang nabanggit na rin ni Secretary Baldos, I think last week, na walang umento sa sahod. So ano po ba yung mga asahan nila?
No, until June. Because that June, no? There is a that that is not directive from, di ba, from Malacañang. That is determined by the National Wage Adjudication Boards, who will come up with the next set by June. No? And there is a process, there is a law that governs that.
Sir, yung non-wage benefits, meron po bang i-anunsyo para sa mga manggagawa?
Well, number one, yung ECC, equalization of the benefits, whether you're in the public or the private sector. Yung SSS, there has to be, again, I was told by the law, hindi pwede increase yung contributions at increase yung benefits at the same time. So, in-increase yung benefits 20 times since 1980, at ang increase in contribution has been 2 times since 1980. So, 20 times dinagdagan yung demands on the pension system, pero yung infusion has been only 2 times. Doesn't match. So, we're asking for an increase of 0.6 sa contribution, which translates to, if you make, 10,000 a month, translates to 30 pesos on the part of the worker, 30 on the part of his employer, which will increase his benefits by 7%. So, 0.6 dagdag na contribution, 7% increase in benefits. Sorry. Tapos sa taxes, we're still reviewing. No? I will be meeting with the finance department to do a more in-depth look at all of these requests.
Sir, last from me. Yung sabi niyo pong nire-review sa taxes, kasama po ba dito yung proposal from Senator Rector, I think na exemption dun sa kumikita ng 30 to 60?
Sa de minimis. Kasi parang, huwag natin kalimutan, no? Yung off-hand na. Ang pinaka-problema natin dito, yung sino nga ba nagbabayad ng buwis? Sinabi na nila sa statement sila, yung mas marami kinikita, dapat mas maraming binabayad na buwis. Ngayon yung sinasabing tax collection efficiency or the tax administration has been a problem. The high was reached during President Ramos's time. Ngayon napakaraming batas, sometimes at odds with each other, that makes the job of the BAR and other revenue generating agencies that much more difficult. When you put in for X, ito yung mga parang dadagdagan mo yung rules, pahirapan mo yung buong sistema, and you will probably result in less efficient tax collection. So parang the belief is, i-maintain na natin to, continue improving the tax collection efficiencies, but make sure that to a degree possible, as allowed by Congress, we can earmark all of these improvements in the collection towards activities that will benefit the labor sector, amongst others, directly.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tere. Next, Raymond Dinasa, Bombo Radio, Philippines.
Magandang umaga po, Mr. President. Sir, just your thoughts, your reaction to the announcement made by Governor Joey Salceda of Albay, an LP official also, that he will be supporting some candidates of the United Nationalist Alliance, UUNA. Do you think this somehow would weaken our aim, the goal of the LP for a 12-0 by May elections?
Para gist of this long message is he was just extra hospitable. So he says nobody talked to him, and he is being quoted. Bisita sila. Ang encounter nila was 15 minutes. Mm-hmm. When he campaigned for Team Pinoy, when Team Pinoy was there, it was 18 hours. When I was asked, sabi niya, somewhere, for Albay, it's still 10-2. Then I was asked to raise hands. I courteously held I'm sa direct quote. I courteously held the hands of Nancy and Jack, but did not raise. Then that made me stand up and go. Ito hindi ko maintindihan, Yuban, extra hospitable lang kami kasi climax ng festival, yung massive street dance. Then, Chanko nag-dive na. I don't understand that part. Sumiksik na siguro si Toby Chanko. Okay. So I think that answers specifically.
Yeah. So, sir, just for the record, so you are saying that you are still confident that you still have the full backing of Governor Salceda to the Team Pinoy?
Yes.
Sir, on another issue, the latest Pulse Asia survey, may sinasabi po na may decline yung voters' preference to some of the Team Pinoy's candidates. And also there are this black propaganda, I guess, against some of your candidates too. Do you think this will be a concern to this slate?
Consistent naman yata yung surveys from the start, no? 9-3.
Yes, sir.
Hasn't changed. So, you will have a few movements, a few percentage points here and there. A lot of them nando sa margin of error. So, we are still working for the entire 12.
Yes, sir. And still, you're still confident that Ontiveros, Magsaysay, and Madrigal will still make it on May 13?
Pipilitin namin lahat ng magagawa namin para isulong yung kandidatura ng itong mga kandidato namin.
Thank you, sir.
Related to Raymond's questions. Anyway, sir, any final marching order to ensure a 12-0 sweep?
Well, lahat na nakakausap ko. First, I've been going around the Sino, no? Look at various projects. And I'm met by the security sector amongst others. And I tell them, napaka-importante, peaceful elections. So I want them to be very proactive. We have had an ongoing campaign against private armed groups for quite a number of months already. I believe by next week I will be given a briefing of what has happened. Ngayon, doon sa marching orders, I tell all of the candidates, no, nobody should relax at this point in time. No? Para if it's possible to even increase your efforts, please do so. I think I'm leading also by example. We believe we are espousing a certain ideology. Regardless of my physical condition, I will endeavor to maximize delivering the message to our people.
Sir, any last minute, would we expect in the next 2 weeks of campaign, any last minute strategy just to...
TJ, kung meron mga kami, I don't think we would want to broadcast it to the other side. I hope you understand.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you.
At maraming salamat sa mga kasama sa media. Magandang umaga po. At good job.